So let's unpack this and look at the new ways copyright is being looked at by the US copyright system and what it means to you as a creator. The strangest battle in AI, it's not about technology. It's about words written in 1787 in the US Constitution and 1965 when Abraham Kamenstein updated and shared AI-assisted versus machine. What's the difference? And just recently from the US Copyright Office. 4 guys in Philadelphia creating the Constitution never imagined ChatGPT. Abraham Kamenstein in 1965 talking about assisted versus machine-generated output could not even conceive of the skill set and people we are at now. But both of those rules are what's really guiding us as we figure out what to do with AI in the US for copyright. Because their words from way back now define our creative future. Here are the full list of conclusions and recommendations given by the US Copyright Office. The questions of copyright ability and AI can be resolved with existing law without the need for legislative change. So we're not going to have to change the Constitution. The use of AI tools to assist instead of stand in and create does not affect the availability of copyright protection for the output. So that means that you can use AI tools in your output as long as they're a tool and not the creator of the output. That's where the line comes in. Copyright protects the original expression in a work created by a human author, even if the work also includes AI-generated material. The example here is Zarya the Dawn. It was a comic book that was created with text and images. The graphic images, the characters came from Midjourney. The writing and the compilation of the book was from the author. So the author's whole book and those images within it can get copyrighted because it's part of something bigger, though nitpicky, if they pulled the images out individually, they probably couldn't copyright the individual images, but as a whole, it can. So see, we can work AI assisted and include it in our work. They're really flexible with this. It's just when it gets to, if it's coming out of AI, that absolutely no copyright comes up. Again, always case-by-case basis. There's no absolutes here. Now, copyright does not extend to AI-generated images purely from AI or material where there's insufficient human control over the expressive elements. Whether human contributions to AI-generated work is enough, like Jason Allen's case, whether human effort contributed to an AI-generated work is enough will be looked at on a case-by-case basis, and I'm hoping that's some hopeful news for Jason Allen with his many prompts and revising, who can clearly be seen as somebody who's left out of the copyright, but most of what this says could probably take a more favorable look at what he did because of the effort and his background and expertise, because it does matter. If you know what you're looking for, you can put it in, but if it's just me and I'm not an artist, I don't have much to stand on. Based on the current technology alone, prompts do not alone give copyright. Prompts are just too general and vague and roulette wheel for the US Copyright Office at this stage, the way they're looking at things. Human authors are entitled to copyright in AI-generated work where their work is seen, the similarity, where you can notice that an absolutely copyrighted work was put in. An example from China is the Ultraman comic, which was revealed and showed that many of the characters that were used in the comic were coming out almost very comparable. It was really clear when you see them. And this is where at the end I'm going to come in because I don't agree with them, but I know it's early days. The case has not been made for additional copyright or sui generis protection for AI-generated content, and I'm doing my best to pronounce that. That means a customized case for AI-generated content, which I feel almost for sure will come up once they decide the third part in the US, how we can decide what copyright protections exist for people getting content put into the ChatGPTs of the world, liabilities, and compensation. See, until you do that, you cannot give any AI-generated output a copyright, even if you wanted to, because you don't know if there are other people involved. And those people are covered if their work shows up.